Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Cam Howard. I am the Executive Director of Reparations United. I'm a longtime member of NCOBRA, the National Coalition of Blacks for Reparations in America. I was a three-time elected national co-chair of NCOBRA. It is an extreme pleasure to speak to you before the books here at the book party of Dr. Uwa Hedu Ryan Comet on his new book, Not in My Name, Reparations Now. I would like to just share a little bit about what we're doing in the reparations movement, especially around this upcoming election and the opportunity to leverage the power of the Black vote toward securing a reparations commission at this particular time. I have been engaged in the movement for quite a while. We have historically, for over 34 years, been pushing the federal legislation, H.R. 40, in Congress. At this particular time, because of the House weakness among the House leadership, as well as the Senate rules, we understand that there's no way possible to get a reparations commission passed by the House. And so we've targeted all of our efforts and energy toward securing a reparations commission by executive order of the President of the United States, President Joe Biden. And I'd like to share a few slides that I have that we use in our campaign called Earn the Black Vote, which again is designed to get a reparations commission established by the president via executive order before the election. And I would like to share some of those slides right now. The Earn the Black Vote campaign is a national campaign. We have one goal in mind, and that is, again, to secure a reparations commission by the president. We have a simple message to the president for the president or the Democratic Party to excite the Black base and reverse the defection from the party by a growing number of Black voters. The president needs to establish a reparations commission via an executive order now. Our research has shown that 20% of Black voters, 2.9 million Black voters who voted for President Biden in the last election, are not feeling them now. That would ensure a defeat unless he can do something to reverse that defection, what we call a defection. And that's what this campaign is about. It's a simple message. There's a defection from the party. In order for you to get that party back, get that base back, those voters back, Black voters, you have to establish a reparations commission. And we say that our vote must be earned, and that's why we entitled our campaign the Earn the Black Vote campaign. This is not a no reparations, no vote campaign. We know that was used in the last election by some right-wing supporters to actually deter Black voters from voting. That's not our message. Our message is we want to win together. In order for you to win in November, Mr. President, Democratic Party, Black people have to win now. And that victory for us is a reparations commission. So our goal is to target the president and to target the Black electorate. And our messaging campaign to the president and to the Black electorate is this. One, the Democratic Party is totally dependent on the Black vote in order to win. Therefore, we are in a power position within the Democratic Party. We're messaging the president, and he knows that he cannot win. In fact, no Democrat has won since 1960 without the Black vote, with the exception of LBJ. And he wouldn't have been in office if we hadn't voted Kennedy in office. So Kennedy won 49% of the Black vote. 49% of the white vote. And Nixon, who was his running mate, won 51% of the white vote. And ever since 1952, the Republican Party has won the majority of the white vote in this country. The only way you have a Democratic president, again, with the exception of LBJ, is because the Black vote made the difference. And we're telling President Biden, we know we have this power. We know You're dependent upon us. And if you really want to win, it's the only way you can win is through the black vote. You need to establish this Reparations Commission now. We also are messaging that we've demonstrated political will for reparations in America. When President Obama was president, he said reparations was a non-starter. No one was listening to anything about reparations. Well, we certainly moved extremely beyond that. Reparations, we've established a political will within the Democratic Party at every level, and I'll talk about that later. And our third messaging campaign, in our messaging campaign, is that this is a Lincoln moment for President Biden. Just like Lincoln had to not only allow black soldiers to fight in the Union Army, but he had to arm black soldiers, which he really didn't want to do. He really didn't want to sign the Emancipation Proclamation. He wanted to do nothing to immediately free Africans and their descendants who were enslaved in this country. He wanted a gradual emancipation program over 75 years. But he was forced to do what was necessary in order to save the Union. Biden is now at a Lincoln moment. He is at an Emancipation Proclamation moment in this country. He is forced to do what he needs to do in order to save democracy. That's our third message. Now, fourth message is that reparations is good for all Americans. I will show you some of the messaging assets that we've created to show that there's a total dependency on the black vote. We've demonstrated the political will in this country for reparations, that this is a very historical moment for this nation, and that reparations is good for all of America. Part of our messaging to the president, we're sending postcards out everywhere around the country. These postcards as a wreath, a black wreath that says reparations now at the gates of the White House. And we're messaging to the president that we must win together. The Democratic Party desperately needs the black vote to win in 2024. Black needs a commitment now to reparatory justice. Establish a reparations commission by executive order now. This is how we win, and the only way you can win. Let's win together. Time is running out, and time is certainly running out. The president cannot continue to allow this to linger before making the decision. He has to make this decision now. And this is how we message the president, and it has to come from around the country so people can go to the Earn a Black Vote website. They can order 100, up to 100 to 2,500 of these postcards, and make sure that they're sent out in their communities, in their cities, and in their states. These are some of the messaging assets that we use. You can go to Earn the Black Vote also, and you can download these assets. We established a campaign in February, late February, early March, into mid-March. We targeted 2,300 of President Biden's closest influencers. We sent over 1 million, almost 1 million messages, 939,000 ads to 2,300 of his closest influencers with this message to inform the president that the Black electors' demand for reparations commission is not just a request, it's a prerequisite to victory. If he expects to win in 2024, he cannot ignore, or the Democratic Party ignore this, that this is our demand, and he's gonna have to satisfy this in order to win in 2024. We've also showed that the Democratic Party has the political will to establish this. 88% of all congresspersons in the 117th Congress signed on and supported the House bill and the Senate bill. 88% of Democrats in the House and Democrats in the Senate combined signed on to Reparations Commission. The governors in the 3 largest cities in America, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, those governors of those states already signed on and established reparations commissions in the country. 80% of Democratic voters in the 2019 Huffington Post poll stated they either support or do not oppose a reparations commission. So we have established all around the country, whether it's federal, local, or state elected officials, Democrats, they favor reparations commission as well as voters. So the political will is there. The president is the only one who is not in alignment with his party. And again, these are some of our assets that we're showing that this is Biden's Lincoln moment. If he expects to save democracy, and democracy is at peril, we see that there's a extreme bifurcation, or there's an extreme binary position in this country between Republicans and Democrats. And democracy is really at the center of all of it. And so we're telling the president this is his Lincoln moment, and we are messaging this to the president. And again, you can go to our website at earntheblackvote.com, click on our messaging and asset tab, and you can get all of our assets, and you can download them and post them to your social media. And that's what we're asking people to do. Order our postcards, send them out, and then download these messages and begin to share them across your social media platforms. Then our final message is that reparations is good for all of America. And we have a tremendous amount of studies that show that reparations transcends race. We only have 51 congresspersons of African descent in the House, in the U.S. Congress, House and Senate. Yet we had 217 confirmed votes. So that means that reparations transcend race. We had of course, the Congressional Black Caucus was in favor, but the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, the Congressional Asian Caucus, and the Congressional Progressive Congress all were in favor of reparations. So it transcends race. And also our polls show that amongst millennials, over 67% of millennials of all race favor a reparations commission. Reparations opposes autocracy. Reparations build trust in democracy, and reparations is an investment into America's future. So these are messages that we're targeting toward the president in this campaign. You go to earntheblackvote.net, and again, you'll see the postcard initiative, and you'll see our messaging initiative. We ask you to join and help us make this demand. We have the power. We're 20%. Black voters are 20% of the Democratic Party's base. And again, no Democratic president can win without the Black vote, and a significant amount of Black vote. And what we see now is that 2.9 million Black voters as of December of last year who voted for President Biden are not sure whether or not they're going to vote for him in 2024 in November. We have to message to the president that his only hope for victory lies in the Black vote, and lies in the fact that in order to get the Black vote, he must establish a reparations commission by executive order now. So I thank you for the opportunity to share, and I really applaud again Oluwaseyi Madu, Ryan Comment's work and position on this issue, and it's a timely book, and we hope that you go out and buy it, read it. We must all be informed. This is an historic moment. We've never had so many things in line and favorable for our position to gain reparations in this country as it is now. We're in an election cycle. The Democrats desperately need the Black vote. We demonstrated the political will. Black voters have said that we're not just voting Democrat just to vote Democrat. We want something tangible. We need you to earn our vote. We're not going to vote for the lesser two evils. So everything is in place right now for us to demand a reparations commission by executive order. And we have the power to do that. And this book, we hope that you purchase and join on and see why we're at this important time in this country and how you can make a difference. So thank you for listening to me. And again, thank you, Dr. Oluwaseyi Madu, Ryan Comment, for allowing me to share at this prestigious moment of your book's party. Thank you.